It's Madden NFL 23. And coming up, we're going to see Keenan Allen. There are a few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Chargers and the Cardinals. Coming up next.
Some of those in the silver community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, it's week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they've certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Arizona's offense takes the field, and no surprises, the man that's guiding them, the Pro Bowler in his 4th season at the wheel of this offense, Kyler Murray.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Murray again. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Los Angeles taking the field led by Justin Herbert, 3rd-year man out of Oregon whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive INT. He tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out, for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
From the 44, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins. Back to throw here. Incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. We're scoreless after one. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And his throw is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Murray to air it out again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Prater's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Take it in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They head to the completion on second down. Play action. It's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Herbert off of play action. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. Touchdown, Chargers. Donald Parham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are back within a score.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind him. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Extra point attempt to follow here. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 10. And he's across for 2 points. Well, gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. From the gun on third down, Murray. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. DeAndre Carter back deep. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Charger drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Herbert, he finds his target, Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this one is right through. And they jump out in front here. It's 11-10. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. To throw again on second down. Murray hurts over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing now is Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 41-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken a 4th quarter lead. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And the formula there on the 2-point trying to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Herbert and the Chargers down by 7. 2:18 on the clock. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Steps away. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Herbert going back to Allen. He's got him again. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Herbert out to his left, to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in a row, so they're ready if the tackle happens in bounds.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partners, a former defensive back. I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Murray to throw. Gets this to Moore. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock, but I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Here's Andy Lee now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. James now to return it. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Chargers getting set to go. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get into for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. Now Herbert. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Well, we know the crowd is absolutely stunned by what we just saw there. Forget I'm stunned. I have to believe that you are as well. When they finally get their legs back under them, they'll head to the exits, and I think they'll probably be muttering a few choice words along the way, too. How did that happen?
I don't know. They certainly thought overtime was on the horizon, bracing for overtime. We were, too, and we may want to wait a little bit before heading for the exits, let that parking lot clear out a bit.
Maybe there's a later flight we can catch.
That might be a good idea. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Chargers, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here.
And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.